It became more and more apparent as we got deeper into the winter that we were very likely going to, and as a result, officially set the warmest winter on record, in part because we just had the warmest February on record contributing to that. Here are the results. It was only just a few years ago that we had the warmest February on record. May see these records fall more and more often as our climate continues to warm. As for the winter as a whole, that was nearly a 90-year-old record. Our average high temperature was in the 40s the whole winter, again contributing to just how warm that winter season was. And you're probably thinking, Alex, hey, we had winter weather. It was pretty harsh at times. But if you look back overall, there was only 2 weeks in January where we really had some harsh winter weather. Saw about a foot of snow, followed by 3 days below zero during the middle of January. But that didn't override the overwhelming results when we had the second warmest December on record, a pretty mild January outside of that 2-week stretch, and the warmest February on record. And as you can see, we can have a ton of warmth and still have some winter weather overall. We can still have those days below zero even during the warmest winter on record. Now, why were we so warm? Well, a very strong El Nino at times, a big contributor. All that warm water in the Pacific Ocean helps keep the jet stream away from us. So that pushes all that chilly air away from us more often than not, contributing to all of the warmth, and our climate just continues to warm. Winter is the fastest warming season since the 70s. We're up about 5 degrees, and so that raises the floor for us. If we start out warmer, it's a little easier to hit some of those top results because of that warmer climate. A couple other contributing factors: there was a lack of blocking patterns, so cold air, that very chilly cold air, can't get stuck over us for long stretches of time like we can typically see during the winter season. We didn't have any of that, so more often than not, it was just warmer air blowing in rather than chilly Arctic air. And when we don't have any snow on the ground, the air heats up faster. That snowpack can reflect sunlight, so without it, the warm air sticks around rather than getting reflected back off into space for us. Now, there are some benefits. Probably saved on your heating bill. It's just a lot more comfortable. We don't have to deal with that bitter cold air. Less winter driving. You can save on salt. That said, if you love snow, we just didn't have any of it. February barely had any snowfall, and so that's a loss of revenue for spots like ski hills. Anybody that depends on that snow when they're plowing it for income during the winter, we just didn't have any of that. Plus, if you love to ski, snowboard, that kind of thing, just wasn't the winter for you. Also, you're probably sneezing a lot more because plants are coming out a lot earlier. Our allergy season can get extended, so there are plenty of drawbacks to not having that winter weather. Now, looking forward, March likely stays warm, and we may lean warm the rest of spring because El Nino's not quite out of the way yet. La Nina could build in this summer, but that doesn't necessarily mean we'd be colder. It could mean a more active summer.